hiking this morning up Mount Washington to hopefully catch a sunrise, and came across a sign here. It says, "Stop. The area ahead has the worst weather in America. Many have died there from exposure, even in the summer. Turn back now if the weather is bad." I know you can't see, but the weather is great. A little chilly, but perfect. So, not turning back. Let's hope for the best. This is kind of interesting. I know it's really hard to see. Apologies, but I've got my headlamp all the way up. Anyways, there's like a little pond or lake on the climb up to Mount Washington. It's above the Alpine zone, and it's totally covered by mountains, or surrounded by mountains. Pretty cool. All right, onward. Check out how bright the moon is. It's a full moon, actually. You can also see a little headlamp in the distance. Looks like there's another hiker coming up for sunrise. The hut is like just down here, that light. But I think maybe a mile further. So the trail leading up Washington is marked by these cairns, and I'm super glad it is, because honestly the trail would be nearly impossible to keep track of in the dark if they weren't. So, and there's nowhere to like blaze out here, you know. Also, first light is breaking. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time, but I'm gonna try. Made it to the summit just in time for the sunrise. Good morning, everyone. It is day 167, and I just summited Mount Washington! Yay! At the sunrise. I was like running to get up here for sunrise, but I made it, so super exciting. Didn't even have to wait in line for my picture. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Glad we got here when we did. There's like zero visibility now. But the cog is on its way up. We just heard its horn. The general store, or the concession stand, is still not open yet, which is like a super bummer, but hopefully it'll open soon if the cog is on its way up. Let's see if we can see it. Definitely see clouds moving. Oh, yeah. There it is. So the cog runs all the way from the bottom of the mountain up to the top, and then back down again. I think it's like $75 round trip. And I've heard it's pretty cool, so if anybody's in the area, definitely check it out. Easy way to get to the top of Mount Washington. Wish you could see it better, but the visibility is so bad. Gonna go check out the gift shop and grab a postcard and a sticker, maybe. Observation deck. I'm not showing too much right now. Relatable. Nothing like a good nacho cheese for breakfast. Alright, making the descent down Washington. So far, the descent much worse than the ascent. Just lots of like little rocks. They're wobbly and hard to balance on, and no good footholds, but making it, and onward through the prezzies. View from coming down Washington. And also the trail kind of follows the cog railroad, which is kind of cool. I wish it would like come by as I'm walking down. That would be really dope. But some big mountains right there, and I fear that that is where I'm heading. Check this out. This right here is where I started my day at. And I walked all the way down the ridge and then up and then down and then up and then down. Today is a exposed hike for the most part. I think pretty much all of my hike today will be exposed above tree line, except for probably the last mile of the day. Pretty much my plan is to like get to a stealth spot just below tree line. So, and this is what the hike looks like. Really rocky, so slow going. So this right here is the trail. Like, this is all the trail for miles and miles and miles. And this is why people say your pace slows down in the whites, because there's just no way. Even if you were the strongest hiker, no, you've got to slow down. Like, this is gnarly. I see a teeny tiny little hiker up here at the top of this mountain. So I assume that's where I'm heading. All the rocks, literally nothing but rocks. On my way down to the Madison hut, right there, I'm gonna cool off, get some water, eat a snack, and then on to Madison, which is this bad boy. I've heard Madison is treacherous. I was gonna say horrible, but I'll give my judgment after I finish the climb. Actually, I've heard the descent is worse, so I'm really nervous for it. These rocks, it's just been rocky all day long, and it's really like physically and mentally draining. Mentally, because you have to like literally pay attention to every single step that you take. One wrong step could mean a broken bone. So yeah, it's just exhausting, honestly, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get there. Might not be pretty, but I'm gonna get there.
Here we go. Oh man.
Alright, making the ascent up Mount Madison. Everybody talks about Washington, but like the other presidentials are harder, I feel. Check out my view though. Here's the hut down here, Madison hut. Stopped in for water and a snack. Look, the view just keeps on going. Crazy. This climb is insanely steep. First time on my hike that I've fully put away my trekking poles, so I don't know. I'm using a 4-point contact, hands and feet, and just kind of crawling my way up the mountain. It ain't pretty, I'll tell you that much, but whatever gets me there, honestly. All right, I'll keep y'all posted. Top of Madison. That right there, best view I've had all day, I'd say.
Seriously, shove some of that and never freaking. No, I think that's
360 views. Whew, kind of scared for the descent though. Just coming up here took me almost like an hour for like probably half a mile. But that's okay. Slow but steady.